Now, as we celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month, we want you to meet a woman who helps complete strangers in their darkest hours.
She is Celena Sarillo, the first Latina CEO of the American Red Cross in Illinois. And those who know her say she brings compassion to everything she does.
It is a day that I'll never forget. It was a scene of chaos, devastation.
It was the morning of August 26, 2018. Fire ripped through an apartment building near 22nd and Sacramento in Little Village. 10 children were killed, including 6 under the age of 12.
And there are really no words to be able to describe what it felt like to stand there that day and try to comfort people, family members, and a community on the worst day of their lives.
Being there for people in need is what drives Celena Sarillo. As CEO of the American Red Cross of Illinois, the first Latina to hold that position, she leads a team of dedicated workers and volunteers.
Their offices are on 49th.
Their job is to be the light in the darkest of disasters.
The mission of the Red Cross, which is to alleviate human suffering. And as a social worker, that really appealed and just pulled at my heart. What do you think is the most important thing that we should be talking to our donors about?
Sarillo's known as a hands-on leader who truly loves her team, and they feel the same way about her.
She leads us and she supports us. It's not uncommon to see Celena out installing smoke alarms, to see Celena out, after a house fire, to have Celena deploy. Celena defines compassion, and I'm proud to work alongside Celena.
Sarillo's life of service began when she was young, watching her parents in action.
My father served 13 months in Vietnam and came back and told us that he wanted to live his life in honor of those who didn't make it home. I grew up seeing my mother help others. My mother is also a social worker. And so I really grew up understanding that we had a responsibility to serve.
Sarillo did serve with her mom when Hurricane Maria struck Puerto Rico in September of 2017.
I had the opportunity to deploy with my mother, who is a disaster mental health worker. My family is originally from Puerto Rico. Like many other Puerto Ricans in the United States, we also could not reach family members.
Sarillo says she's incredibly proud of the help the Red Cross provided.
We were an organization that had put satellites on cars and trucks, and we were driving them around Puerto Rico and allowing people to make those first phone calls back to their family in the United States to let them know that they were safe.
Every week, hammer it out.
Sarillo's also very proud to be the first Latina to serve as CEO of the American Red Cross in Illinois.
While I really just think of myself typically as a CEO, I understand how important representation is.
And how important it is to encourage young Latina women.
I'm inspired by young people, particularly Latinas, that I am seeing across our city and our state who are doing incredible work. I would tell them to continue to believe in themselves, that they have a voice, and it is a strong voice.
To Sarillo, Hispanic Heritage Month is a time to celebrate the culture of the Latinx community and its many contributions.
For me, being Latina is about family. It is about people. It is about living life to its fullest, talking with people, listening with people, celebrating diversity, being very strong and energetic. I think those are some of the other things that I also bring to this role and to this work.
Sarillo says one of her happiest moments, get this, was opening a note written to her by her son, telling her that he understood what she does and that he is so proud of her.
Oh, well,